Can you share with us about the research you are doing around mathematical modeling with cultural and community context? How does this work support the school, home, family connection we need to honor in our schools?
Sure. So we have a National Science Foundation grant that focuses on mathematical modeling in grades 3 through 5. We focused on that. And what I feel our project offered was an explicit connections to students' cultural and community context. So we were very explicit with teachers in trying to find ways to get to know students and their communities in which they live in a different way than they might have originally, which included going on a community math walk and trying to identify ways in ways and spaces, businesses and other places in which you could develop a curriculum or tasks context that would be really good places to engage in mathematical modeling. So the whole point here was to create routines and tasks that support students to engage in the mathematical modeling process that would be relevant to them and interesting to them, and distinct in many ways from the types of applied math problems that they might be interacting with in the curriculum. I think that the way this work supports school, home, and family connections was the important part of one, asking teachers to explore their communities. Many of the teachers that we work with had not taken a walk in the communities or had not gone to places that their students had talked about as important places for them. And so that was an opportunity for them to get to know the students' communities and interests in a different kind of way than they might have in the past. And we made it a point to create some routines that would ask students to engage in problem posing. So we created tools such as the Mathematizing the World routine, where we show images from different places in either in the community or things that we think children might be interested in, or they say that they're interested in, and we have them mathematize that, where students are asked 3 types of questions. What do you notice? What do you wonder? And what kinds of questions can be answered with mathematics? And these types of questions allow students to practice their observation skills, practice their problem posing or questioning skills, and then actually ask them to think about the relationship between their questioning and mathematics. And so we have lots of, different kinds of types of images will work. You want to make sure that you're thinking about it in terms of both the potential for mathematics to come out of that image, or video or other kind of realia that you might use, and what's the kind of context connections kids might make. So if it's a huge giant alligator or a Ferris wheel or a cactus or pictures of Dia de los Muertos parade, we have teachers who have used protests of Black Lives Matter and have kids mathematize the crowd, and ways in which students can make connections to the world around them, both and also to their current events that they might be hearing about. I think mathematical modeling allows students to engage with the world in a much more meaningful way. And so in our research, we are identifying how students make connections to their what we call multiple mathematical knowledge bases, both their mathematical thinking and the thinking that they have about their lived experiences and their community and cultural contexts,